shorts. Hello, friends. Hello. I'm back with another short. I don't know about you all, but these have really been lifting me up to where I just listen to them like multiple times throughout the day. I have created a playlist for them on YouTube and on Spotify if you're interested in perusing the different ones. But that last one with the erotica was so hilarious. So I've come back today. I've drawn another card has come out from my Twin Hearts deck. I thought I would look at that and dive into an intuitively selected chapter from the corresponding book of mine, Reiki and Rock, and just see what comes out here. So the card that came out is Karmic Bonds. We've gotten this card before. It's then Jenny, this is a quote from the book. Then Jenny saw someone she never expected to see come out on the balcony, wrapped in a silk sheet. "Hi, Jenny," Alejandro said, waving to her. "It's a great day, isn't it?" Jenny, Jade, and Alejandro in Reiki and Rock. So already there's 3 people involved here. Jenny, and then Jade and Alejandro upstairs on the balcony. All right, so I've got Reiki and Rock, the book, in front of me. I'm going to just flip it and the guides here can tell me when to stop. What's in this book? Oh, wow, there's a card in here. Interesting. I wonder if that's the stopping off point. All right, let me just see. I'm just going to read from where they told me to stop to where this just unexpectedly my business card is a couple of pages over. So let's see how short this actually is and what happens. He knew what she meant. They had agreed long ago not to do this again. He was committed to Joaquin, but he knew he could never refuse Jade, and this had always been his weakness. Okay, so this is Alejandro that we're talking about here. He has a partner, Joaquin, but Jade always seems to pull him into this romantic thing when they've done this thing before and they realize like they're better off as friends. "Let's get out of here," she said. "We both need a break." This is Jade talking. Alejandro says, "What? You mean go somewhere?" he said, wondering exactly what she was getting at. "Let's go play. I need a vacation and so do you," she said, knowing he hadn't had a vacation in a long time. "I want to go to Aruba. Will you go with me?" He didn't want this feeling to end either, and without, oh my God, I'm getting tongue-tied again, and without a second thought, he agreed. Joaquin would understand if he told him he was just doing this for work. He felt her body heavy laying on top of him, and he succumbed to her now. As he moved off, oh my God, it's another erotic scene. As he moved her off of him onto her back and then straddled on top of her. "Yes, love, let's go first thing tomorrow," he said as she let him have her again. They're not supposed to be doing this. They fell asleep in each other's arms as the sun started to set in the sky. Several hours later, Logan's Jeep pulled into the entrance of Jade's estate. Logan is Jenny, the other person on the card, her newfound friend. "She's usually not here," Jenny said to Logan, referring to Jade, "but regardless, we have the run of the outdoor areas if you want to swim or use the hot tub. You must be bushed after driving so far." Jenny was hoping the fantastic day they had had together wouldn't end yet. "You know, that sounds great," Logan said, knowing he wasn't ready for this day to end either. "I don't mind at all." Oh my God, I know where this is going. "I don't mind at all. We have extra swimsuits and everything we need," Jenny said, noticing that the limo was parked haphazardly in front of the big house. Oh my gosh, we have stopped. Let me just say, Spirit had me stop exactly where this Karmic Bonds card ends up. So let's see what happened, how we got to this ending of this card. "Well, it looks like Jade and Alejandro are here, so you can meet them too," Jenny said, wondering where they were as Logan parked the Jeep beside the huge car. "Is this her everyday car?" Logan asked in disbelief. "Yes, she likes to go in style, plus it's just easier for her to have a driver and some privacy," Jenny said, still wondering about the two. When she stepped down from the Jeep, she felt a strange sense of urgency and passion around her that she wasn't quite sure how to interpret. Let's go inside my place and we can change there. I think Jade's inside the big house, but I don't want to disturb her. I don't go in unless she comes out first. We just respect each other's privacy that way, Jenny said. She picked a polka dot bikini from her closet and gave Logan some trunks that they kept for extra guests. As he changed in the bathroom, Jenny thought back to Jade the other day and how she had unabashedly jumped naked into the pool. It had clearly turned Rob. Rob is another person. Rob is who Jade is supposed to be with. That is her soulmate. Instead, she's having a side fling with her limo driver and bodyguard, Alejandro. There's so many people in this story. It had clearly turned... Oh my God. All right, stop. She had unabashedly jumped naked into the pool. It had clearly turned Rob on, even though she didn't mean it that way. She was just being her true, sexy, and sensuous self. Again, Jenny wished she could be more like Jade, but her thought was interrupted by Logan. Am I not recording? Hold on. Oh, I am. That was weird. I poured us some kombucha and put a few snacks out, Jenny said, noticing that Logan was watching her. You look amazing, he said, eyeing her in the small bikini. Jenny noticed that he was quite muscular, and with his shiny brown, shoulder-length hair, green eyes, and ruddy complexion, he looked like a modern cowboy. She'd always had a thing for cowboys. They made their way outside to the pool area, and Jenny noticed there was still no sign of Jade. The night sky over the ocean was bright with stars. They get to live in Malibu. And Logan stopped. They get to. And Logan stopped to look around him. Your friend has really made something of herself to have a place like this, he said, even though pretentious settings were not his thing. He preferred open green spaces and ranch lands to a sprawling estate any day. Yes, I've known her since we were in school, and deep down this has always been her dream. She's quite good, you know. Well, you're pretty great yourself, Logan said, looking down into her light blue eyes. Thank you, she said, realizing he might be hitting on her. What? She hadn't thought past what they would do at this point, so she decided just to let the moment flow and not try to interrupt anything with anxious thinking about how things were going to go. She had decided long ago that her soulmate might not be on this side, that he might be waiting somewhere in the spirit realms for her. So she had given up on looking for love. She figured she would know him when she saw him, like in those movies where two people meet for the first time, and it's love at first sight with the heat and the passion that goes along with it. She didn't realize that sometimes a love like this comes slowly, exposing itself in the small, sweet moments. She laughed slyly and pushed him into the pool. So it's like that, he said, recovering from the blast of cold water. He jumped out and picked her small body up, throwing her into the deep end. Now, something came... Oh, here we go again. Now, something came over Jenny when his hands touched her body in that way. He had reached under her knees and around her waist, like he was going to carry her over a threshold. And she had put her arms around his neck, and for a split second, she felt it. An electric current passed from his body to hers, and then from hers back to him. And then she was submerged in the water, coming up for air, laughing and screaming as the coolness shocked her skin. He jumped in beside her, and they were splashing and yelling and laughing, and in the spray and bubbles he reached out for her. He pulled her close and looked into her eyes, and she couldn't help herself. She reached up and put her hand on his cheek, and they stood like that for what was a second but seemed like forever. And then he leaned in and kissed her wholeheartedly, and she realized she wasn't fighting it. She felt a hunger rise in her that she hadn't felt in ages. She wrapped her legs around his waist, and still kissing her and moving his hands over her body, he moved her back into the corner of the pool against the wall. Then they stopped for a moment. Are you okay? He asked her, sounding out of breath. She could feel him against her, and she didn't want to think anymore. She pulled him to her, offering her mouth in a deep kiss. Soon there were bathing suit trunks and a polka dot bikini floating on the water's surface as they moved into each other. Jenny tried to be quiet. She did. But the passion that arose in her had been suppressed for so long that a long, furious cry arose from her as they came together. She was out of energy and breathless, but wanting this moment to last forever. He leaned into her, nuzzling her neck. Just then, Jade's bedroom light came on, and Jenny heard her balcony door open. The balcony light went on, and then Jade was looking down at them. Oh, gosh, Jenny, I'm sorry, Jade said. I didn't know you were going to be here, but you are. And you're clearly having a great time, she said, noticing Logan in the pool. Now Jade, being Jade, was neither sorry nor embarrassed at this moment. She had been hoping for Jenny to find someone for a long time, and she knew that Jenny didn't believe in casual flings, so she was so excited for her that she started saying, "Oh, Jenny, I'm so happy for you." Then Jenny saw someone she never expected to see come out onto the balcony, wrapped in a silk sheet. "Is everything okay?" Oh, he actually has an accent. It's more Spanish. I can't do it. "Is everything okay?" Alejandro said to Jade. "It's fine, love. It's just Jenny," she said, trying to move him back inside. "Hi, Jenny," Alejandro said, waving down to her. "This is a great day, isn't it?" he said more rhetorically than anything, for in that moment he was just so happy he couldn't think of anything else. Jenny wondered what had come over Jade. Wasn't she supposed to have met Rob for dinner last night? She swam around to gather up her things. "Well, that was a little awkward. What's going on?" Logan said, not knowing what to expect. "I'm worried about a client of mine. He was supposed to be with Jade last night for dinner, but now I see this," she said, gesturing up to the balcony. "Can we go inside now? I need a minute to process everything that's happened." And Jenny didn't just mean seeing Jade and Alejandro. What had she just gotten herself into? She liked Logan, and she didn't want this to be a casual affair. They grabbed thick cotton towels and headed back into her apartment. Well, I don't know. It just seems to be there's some messages in there for somebody. So I guess sometimes karmic bonds make people do things that they wouldn't normally do. So if this is you, be aware of what's going on around you. It seems like somebody from the past may be coming back in to try to sweep you off your feet. But check in with yourself. Like, don't be like Jade and just blow it off to the wind. And she ends up really kind of hurting some people pretty bad. And she has to make atonement for her selfish behavior kind of towards the end of the book. But yeah, it seems like just be wary about who may be, this must be a Mercury retrograde thing, who may be showing back up in your life right now. And look at things with your master eyes and see things for what they really are. I don't know. Is that all you want me to say? Yeah, it seems like, and I'm seeing the number 11. You're at a crossroads. And this is your time to make it right. Your time to not go back to old ways of thinking and doing and being. Your time to move forward and see things for what they really are. As truths come to the surface and are revealed to you, that maybe things that you thought were one way all along are really a different way now. As certain relationships come to an end, things begin to change. There's a new threshold to walk through where it's you standing in your power, not letting anyone or anything else come between you and your happiness. That's what this book really is all about. And we just pivot in on a point where people made some decisions that really weren't in the highest and best interests of all involved. So take care, my friends, and we will see you again soon.